Shri Sai Satcharita, Chapter 8, Part 2, Baba Begging Food. Blessed are the people of Shirdi, in front of whose houses Baba stood as a beggar and called out, "O Mai, give me a piece of bread," and spread out his hands to receive the same. In one hand he carried a tamral tin pot, and in the other a zoli or chaupadari, that is, a rectangular piece of cloth. He visited certain houses daily. Liquid or semi liquid things such as soup, vegetables, milk, or buttermilk were received in the tin pot, while cooked rice, bread, and such solid things were taken in the zoli. Baba's tongue knew no taste as he had acquired control over it. So, how could he care for the taste of different things mixed up together? Whatever things he got in his zoli and in the tin pot were mixed together and partaken by Baba to his heart's content. Whether particular things were tasty or otherwise was never noticed by Baba, as his tongue was devoid of the sense of taste altogether. Baba begged till noon, but his begging was very irregular. Some days he went a few rounds, on other days up to 12 noon. The food thus collected was kept in a kundi, that is, earthen pot. Dog, cats, and cows freely ate from it, and Baba never drove them away. The woman who swept the floor of the masjid took some 10 or 12 pieces of bread to her house, and nobody prevented her from doing so. How could he, who even in dreams never warded off cats and dogs by harsh words and signs, refuse food to poor helpless people? Blessed indeed is the life of such a noble person. People in Shirdi took him in the beginning for a mad fakir. He was known in the village by this name. How could one who lived on alms by begging a few crumbs of bread be revered and worshipped? But this fakir was a liberal of heart, detached and charitable. Though he looked restless from outside, he was firm and steady inside. His way was inscrutable. Still, in that small village, there were a few kind and blessed people who recognized and regarded him as a great soul. One such person's account is given below. Baijabay's brilliant service. Tatya Kote's mother, Baijabai, used to go to the woods every afternoon with a basket on her head containing bread and vegetables. She roamed in the jungle's course about 3 miles after course, trampling bushes and shrubs in search of the mad fakir, and after finding him, fell at his feet. The fakir sat calm and motionless in meditation, while she placed a leaf before him, spread her things, eatables, bread, vegetables, etc., and thereon and fed him. Wonderful was her faith and service. Every day she roamed at noon in the jungles and insisted on Baba to partake of the lunch. Her service, upasana, or penance, by whatever name we call it, was never forgotten by Baba till the end. Remembering fully what service she rendered, Baba benefited her son significantly. Both the son and the mother had great faith in the fakir, who was their god. Baba often said to them that fakiri, mendicancy is real, lordship, riches is transient. After some years, Baba stopped going into the woods and began to live in the village and take his food in the masjid. Thus, Baijabai's troubles of roaming in the jungles ended. Dormitory of Trio. Ever blessed are the saints in whose heart Lord Vasudeva dwells, and fortunate indeed are the devotees who get the benefit of the company of such saints. Two such fortunate fellows, Tatya Kote Patil and Bhagat Malsapati, equally shared the company of Sai Baba. Baba also loved them both. These three persons slept in the masjid with their heads towards the east, west, and north, and with their feet touching one another's at the center. After spreading their breads, they lay on them, chit chatting and gossiping till late at night. If any one of them showed any signs of sleep, others would wake him up. For instance, if Tatya began to snore, Baba at once got up and shook him from side to side and pressed his head. If it was Malsapati, he pulled him close, strode his legs, and patted his back. In this way, for a period of 14 years, Tatya, leaving his parents at home, slept in the masjid on account of his deep love for Baba. How happy and never to be forgotten were those days! How to measure that love and how to value the grace of Baba. After the passing away of his father, Tatya took charge of the household affairs and began to sleep at home. Kushalchand of Rahata. Baba loved Ganpat Kote Patil of Shirdi. He loved Chandrabhan Seth Marwadi of Rahata equally. After the demise of this Seth, Baba loved his nephew Kushal Chand equally or perhaps more and looked after his welfare day and night, sometimes in the bullock cart, at other times in the tonga. With intimate devotees, Baba went to Rahata. People of that village would come out with hand and music and receive Baba at the gate of the village and prostrate before him. Then he was taken into the village with great honor and ceremony. Kushal Chand took Baba to his house, seated him on a comfortable seat, and gave him a good meal. Then they talked freely and merrily for some time, after which Baba returned to Shirdi, giving delight and blessings to all. Shirdi is midway and equidistant from Rahata on one side south and Nimgaon on the other north. Baba never went beyond these places during his lifetime. He never saw any train nor travelled it by it. Still, he knew exactly the timings of arrivals and departures of all trains. Devotees who acted according to Baba's instructions given at the time of taking his leave fared well, while those who disregarded them suffered many a mishap and accident. More about this and other matters will be told in the next chapter. Woe to Sri Sai, peace be to all.